That's me back on the bike, back training again, which is a relief more than anything. I think half the battle these last few months was just not knowing what was wrong with me. I would have actually much preferred to just be in hospital and had a big crash and had like 10 broken bones again, because at least when you've got broken bones, you know how to heal them, you know what the recovery process is. When you've got some sort of virus or some sort of immune system thing, you don't know what it is, it's quite frustrating to know what to do or how to fix it. So I feel quite confident the worst day it's behind me now, and I've now had a couple of good weeks. I've had a couple of weeks where I've been on the bike, back training again, and forgetting about the bike for a minute. I've just, as my own general health, I've been feeling really good. Like, I've been waking up in the morning, got a spring in my step, feeling happy again, feeling with good energy. And so I'm just feeling really good and feeling just really happy and grateful to just be healthy again after a pretty tough couple of months. I've obviously lost a bit of fitness and, put on a bit of weight, but, fitness comes back fast and weight comes off easy when you're just back training and back in healthy habits. So I'm not bothered about that for now. I know that will come in time over the next few weeks and months. I'm just happy to be back training, back out there, and just moving forward again. I've really missed it. Like, I think if you followed me for any length of time, you'll know that I do struggle keeping my head in the right place sometimes, or a lot of the time. And there's probably like two things that really help me keep my head in a good place, and they are training or cycling and eating healthy and eating clean and no eating shite. And so recently I wasn't able to train, I wasn't able to cycle, so that was challenging. And then when you're not able to do that, you're on the couch, you're sick, feeling a bit depressed, feeling a bit shit, wondering what's the point, what you're going to do in that moment. Like, it's so hard in those moments to just not go and eat shite. And that's basically what I've done. I had a 3 or 4 week period where I was just, my nutrition was really bad, and that was making things a lot worse. And I just got in a bit of a hole with it. It was just a really downward negative spiral. And I just found it really painful more than anything. Like, just when I got sick, like, that was probably the thing that was bothering me the most. Like, I had such a good winter, like a really consistent winter. I trained really hard. I had like a lot of training camps out of Spain. Like, I put in so much to my winter. I was in the gym a lot, like, just done so much and really enjoyed it, and just was feeling really good at the start of the year, kind of into February. And then just to get sick at the time when I really needed to not get sick was painful. So, like, sitting on the couch in March and April, sick, not able to train, the season started, I'm not racing, like, just after that winter was just painful. And I just kind of lost the focus really, and I just went off the rails pretty much, and it was a tough period. But I've managed to get back on track. Whatever was wrong seems to be away. I'm now able to train again. I'm back on the bike, and I feel like I've learned a few lessons as well. I think going forward, I maybe need to think less about goals and targets and outcomes, and think about just made of the process, because that was really where the pain came for this year. Like, I had such a good winter and I thought I'm going to have a really good season, and then when the season starts and I'm not racing, I'm not training, I'm not in a good place, I just found that difficult. Like, my reality didn't meet my expectations, and that was painful. So I think going forward, I'm just going to just forget about the expectations, and just, I know what I want to do, I know where I want to be. I've said it a million times. I just need to focus on the process now, and just need to keep training and doing what I need to do in training, doing what I need to do in the kitchen, eating clean. And I think probably the key lesson that I learned, like the biggest thing going forward, is that I think I've always told myself these last 2 or 3 years since I got serious about cycling that the way I eat was for cycling. Like, I eat so clean, I eat so healthy because I've got all these big goals and dreams in cycling. I want to be the best I can be and achieve all these things. But what I've realised recently is that the reason I eat the way I eat isn't anything to do with cycling. It helps my cycling, obviously, but the reason I want to eat so healthy and eat so clean and don't eat shite is because it just keeps me in a good place mentally, and it's something that I do for me, and that I know the things that keep me in a good place. When I train, when I eat well and look after myself, healthy body, healthy mind, I'm my life is generally pretty good. When I'm not training, when I'm not eating well, that's when my life seems to be really bad. And so what I need to remember going forward is that I'm not doing this for cycling, I'm doing this for me. These are things that keep me in a good place, and I know what things work for me and what things don't, and I think that's just something that I need to remember going forward. I know what I want to do, I know what the process is, I love the process, I love training, I love planning everything, I love talking with my coach, I like the process of what we do. Everything else is a bonus, and so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Excited to be back training. Don't really know if I'll get any results this year, don't care, don't need them. They'll come eventually if I just keep going and follow this process. And yeah, it's been a tough time, but I feel like I'm in a good place again mentally, and I know what I need to do going forward, and I've learned a few valuable lessons, so keep moving forward.